Have you ever felt like a woman was testing you? Maybe she suddenly became distant, threw a sarcastic remark your way, or acted completely disinterested out of nowhere. Most men take these moments personally. They get defensive, over-explain, or worse still, they fail the test without even knowing it. Here's the truth. Women test men all the time. Yes, you heard me right. Women test men all the time. Not just once, not just twice, not just in the beginning, but throughout the entire relationship. Why? Because a woman's attraction to a man depends on his confidence. She's wired to see if you're really as confident as you appear to be. Now, the good news is if you understand why women test you and how to actually pass every single time, you'll become the kind of man she respects, desires, and chases. So, in today's video, I'm going to be breaking down 5 common ways women test men and exactly how to respond so you pass with flying colors. Stay with me to the end because one small shift could change the way you increase a woman's attraction and interest for you. And of course, avoid the failure that leads immediate disqualification. If you are new to my channel, my name is Stefania Pulao from the Gentleman's Square, and I am your personal female advocate. And every week it is my job to give you the insider information on what women really want versus what they say they want. So be sure to hit that subscribe button and put on that notification bell so you never ever miss my weekly videos and downloads. So let's get you ready for this test. Number 1, the apathy test. This is when a woman acts uninterested to see how you react. Now, women do this all the time. That's because they're testing your reaction. One moment she's engaged, laughing, and making eye contact. The next, she's looking at her phone, giving you short answers, or pulling back emotionally. This isn't always a rejection. It's a test to see if you stay centered or you'll start seeking her validation. Women are biologically wired to filter out weak men, men that are reacting emotionally and giving insecurity signals. How to pass this test instead is not to overreact. Stop trying harder to get to her attention. Lean back, pause, and say, "Oh wow, you just switched gears on me. Is that your secret weapon?" Or you could say something like, "I get it. You're testing my patience. I'll allow it just this once." You see, the key is to stay composed, playful, and unbothered. If she's genuinely disinterested, that's her loss. A high-value man doesn't beg for attention. The only way you'll fail this test is by getting nervous, over-explaining, or asking something like, "Did I do something wrong?" Number 2, the disqualification test. Now, this is when a woman says you're not her type. However, this is where you need to read her cues. Is she being playful or is she being spiteful? You will distinguish this by her tone of voice, her body language, and how she interacts with you. Women love to playfully disqualify a man, and this is what she might say, or something similar to, when she's actually being playful. I usually go for taller guys, or she might say something like, "You're kind of dangerous. I don't think I should trust you." Or maybe she might come across really sweet and say, "You're cute, but I don't date men like you." Gentlemen, this is not a rejection. This is a confidence test. She's checking to see if you'll crumble or if you can handle her energy. The way you pass this test is simply flip the frame and disqualify her back playfully. How? By giving her back some of her own medicine and say, oh no, guess our love story was doomed before we even began. Or maybe say, yeah, I get a lot of that. I'm kind of I have that acquired taste. Or playfully say, you're trouble, aren't you? Good thing I like a little danger. You see, you're playing back. The worst thing you could do in this situation is start convincing her why you're worthy. Failing this test means you'll fall into the trap of justifying yourself, the trap of getting defensive. And this is when you lose her attention and she will disqualify you just like that. Number 3 is the leadership test. This is a common and repeated test. This is when a woman makes you decide on something. The questions are always on you to make the decision. Now, I'm sure you have experienced this over and over again. And this is where you may suggest a plan and she throws straight back at you something like by saying, I don't know, are you sure this is a good place? Or she may question you, well, what if I don't like sushi? Or a typical, scenario what might be, oh, I don't feel like walking. I'm in my heels. Why don't we stay in? This isn't about the decision itself. She's checking if you can stand her choices. A man who doubts himself is instantly less attractive. How to pass this test? Own your decisions without hesitation. That's right. This is how you handle this test. Simply saying, trust me, you'll love it. Or, we're going. If this is terrible, you can pick next time. Or maybe you may want to give her something like, if she's resisting too much, just pause and say, are you always this difficult or just with men that you like? This is when you get to watch her melt. Failing this test is when you start over-explaining, apologizing, or backtracking. Number 4, the jealousy trap. This is a super common test a woman will pull out of her trick bag, okay? This is when she mentions other men to gauge your reaction. So how does she casually drop these tests on you? Well, so glad you asked. She might casually drop something like a liner, like, this guy at work, he keeps hitting on me. Or another typical test is where she might say, I had this crazy ex who was so jealous. This gets men all the time and it gets them triggered. Or she may say something about, my personal trainer was saying I should do this. Now, I know this can confuse you and make you feel triggered, particularly if you really are attracted to her. However, the chances are she's not necessarily interested in these guys. She's checking to see if you get jealous, if you're insecure, or you start competing. Now, how do you pass this test? Well, it's quite simple. Stay unfazed, smile and say, poor guy, he has no idea. You're trouble. Or say, damn, I hope he survives, and smile and maybe say something like, geez, he's got good taste. Show her you're not threatened by other men. Confident men never compete, they attract. Getting jealous and asking for reassurance or trying to one-up another man means you've fallen right into the trap of being disqualified and failing the test. Number 5, plain hard to get test. This is when a woman delays or cancels plans. Have you ever had that happen to you before? I'm sure you have. For example, she takes hours to get ready or days to reply. She might say, I'm busy this weekend, or maybe let's catch up next time. She cancels plans the last minute. What she's really doing here is she is testing if you'll chase her, or you're strong enough to walk away. How to pass this test? Well, this is a simple test to pass if you respond the right way. Remember, never beg for her time. Instead, say something like, "Oh, good, let's catch up when you're free." Or maybe, "No worries, I got a packed weekend too." Or maybe you may respond and say, and give her a compliment. Gotta love a woman with a full schedule. If she's genuinely interested, she will reschedule. If not, you move on. The quickest and fastest way to fail this test is by double texting, over pursuing, or getting frustrated. So let's go over the key takeaways to master these tests and master attraction, gentlemen. Women don't test men to be difficult. They test to see if you're strong enough to lead them. A confident man never gets defensive, never chases, and never crumbles under pressure. And the moment you start seeking approval, over-explaining, or reacting emotionally, you fail the test. Don't allow yourself to be drawn into her vortex of tests. If you're still struggling with passing these tests, or you want to get pro in passing these tests women throw you, it's time to level up and go deeper so you don't fail these tests and you don't fall into that dreaded friend zone. Remember, women don't test men to break them. They test to see if you're strong enough to keep them. Want to master your confidence and attract high quality women effortlessly? Then book a one-on-one strategy call and let's craft a personal game plan for you. All you need to do is click the link below in the description and let's get ready to pass every test and become that kind of man women chase. Gentlemen, if you like this video, please press like, share it with your friends, and drop a comment down below and let us know what you think. And, what tests have you experienced from a woman? I love responding to all your comments and giving you more content for you guys to enjoy and hear. I would love to personally thank you all for supporting my channel and sharing this content with your friends. Okay, gentlemen, remember, stay confident, stay unshakable, and I'll see you in my next video next week. Until then, bye for now.